The Claude Code skill creator just got a massive upgrade, and for the first time your skills can actually prove they work. Here's a confession. For months, I've been building Claude Code skills with what I can only describe as the hope and pray methodology. Write the skill, test it once, ship it, whisper a small prayer to the LLM gods. Did it actually help? Honestly, no idea. Here's the thing about Claude Code skills. They're just text prompts, and text prompts don't come with test suites. Every skill I created followed the same ritual. Write it. Test it manually once, maybe twice. Hope it works. Wonder weeks later if it's even triggering, and have absolutely zero data to know either way. So what's new? Creating skills from requirements, or that's the same. But now? Auto-generated evals, parallel A/B benchmarks, trigger optimization, and the big one, it iterates until your skill is measurably improved, not vibes, numbers. You'll find it in the Claude Code plugin directory. It's the official plugin by Claude Plugins Official. Over 19,000 installs. Just search for Skill Creator and install. Let me show you how this works with a real skill I built last week. I created several WooCommerce plugins, so I asked Claude to create a security review skill, covering SQL injection, XS, CSRF, and more. The skill creator immediately started exploring my project. It searched for patterns, read existing files, and found security conventions already in the codebase. It used that context to build a skill tailored to my project, not a generic one-size-fits-all approach. Claude wrote 330 lines to the skill.md file. It included a detailed trigger description, a vulnerability checklist with 8 categories, WooCommerce-specific nuances, and a structured output format with severity ratings. All good stuff. But here's the thing. A skill is only as good as its results, and until now I had absolutely no way to measure those results. That's about to change. After creating the skill, Claude immediately said, "Now let me set up test cases and run them." It generated an Evals JSON file with 3 test prompts targeting different aspects of my plugin, each with specific expected outputs. And then, I genuinely did not expect this. It launched 6 parallel agents, 3 running the test with the skill, and 3 running the exact same test without the skill. Baseline Claude. Same prompts, same files, completely different configurations, a proper A/B test running simultaneously in the background. Each test case had specific pass or fail criteria, has severity ratings, includes past checks, not just failures, real criteria, measurable criteria. For the first time, my skill had actual test cases. As the agents completed, results started appearing. The with skill version produced structured severity tagged output. The baseline used freeform prose and numbered lists. For simpler files, both found similar issues, but the structured format was immediately more scannable and actionable. All 6 agents completed. Claude extracted the reports, saved timing data and token counts, and compiled everything into a benchmark comparison. And here are the benchmark results. The skill achieved 100% pass rate on all 21 assertions. Baseline Claude hit 90.5%, missing structured past check sections and some WooCommerce-specific nuances. Average tokens were slightly higher, but the skill was actually 9.9% faster, despite being more thorough. For the first time ever, I had proof my skill was helping. Here's where it gets even better. By comparing the skill run against the baseline, Claude spotted 3 gaps, places where the baseline actually outperformed the skill, and proposed targeted fixes for each one. Claude then opened the skill file and made the changes, surgical, targeted edits based directly on what the evals revealed. 3 fixes applied in a single pass. Now trigger optimization. Claude generated test prompts to verify the skill activates correctly. Every test passed, the optimized skill was ready, complete with a summary of what changed. After multiple iterations and over 36 API calls to Opus, the skill was complete. 350 lines covering 8 vulnerability categories, structured severity format, WooCommerce specific nuances, 100% benchmark pass rate versus 90.5% baseline, and I have the data to prove it. So why does this matter? First, automated testing. No more manually verifying if your skill works. The evals do it for you. Second, A/B comparison. Run the same task with and without your skill and see exactly what changes. Third, quantified results. Hard numbers instead of gut feelings. Pass rates, token counts, timing. And fourth, iterative improvement. Every eval run produces feedback you can act on. The skill gets better each cycle. Here's the loop. Create your skill, run the evals, analyze the results, improve based on what you find, then loop back and do it again. When the benchmarks stop improving, ship it with confidence. So here's my challenge to you. Before you ship your next skill, benchmark it first, because the developers who run Evals will build better skills. That's not opinion, that's just math. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more deep dives on Claude Code. Full guide with examples is linked in the description.